Hi guys, and welcome to Debbie's Rusty Brush. Today we're going to paint a pumpkin. It's getting close to that time of year, and I'm trying to get some decor pieces put into my shop, and so I want to start gearing up for fall a little bit. So we're going to paint a pumpkin. Now this pumpkin is going to be more just playing with paint and colors. It's not going to be your traditional pumpkin. It's going to be teal and white and brown and a little bit of orange with some copper in there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I just want to show you that you can take your paint and just layer and play until you have something that really speaks to you. And it's okay to not try to make it look 100% realistic all of the time. I enjoy impressionistic art, and so I do this a lot, but I like to go in without a plan, and pumpkins are perfect for that because you can do your pumpkin any way you want. It can be any color that you want to start with, but pumpkins, as long as they appear to have a round shape to them, are good to go. Some are tall and slender, some are squatty and wide, some are round. They just have all different kinds of shapes. Some have odd bumps here and there, so you don't have to get caught up with exactly what a realistic pumpkin looks like. Just get in and paint and have fun and play with colors and layer colors and see what your paint will do, and just keep playing until you have something that is visually appealing to you. And that is what I enjoy doing with paint, and I wanted to share that with you today. So if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it if you'd share it with your friends, because that really helps my channel grow, and that's what I'm trying to do, is reach more people, let them know that paint is fun and it can be relaxing, and there's no stress, there's no right or wrong. Just get in and play with paint. All right, thank you, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going in here with a little bit of faded burlap. I want the top to be lighter than the bottom, so I'm going to do the top in faded burlap, which is a DIY paint. It's a clay-based paint, and the bottom we're going to do in layered chocolate. Now, occasionally I'm spritzing my brush to get some moisture in there. That helps the paint to spread more. I'm going ahead and doing the sides and the edges of my painting as I go, because I may or may not frame this and I want it to look nice. Now I'm just adding in some sandy blonde and going back and forth with my faded burlap and my sandy blonde, and then we'll go in with a little more of the layered chocolate down low and just blend it on the canvas until you have what looks good to you. Now, occasionally I will spritz my canvas. I have a continuous mister, and so that helps the paint to move and blend on the canvas as well. Okay, so then I'm just going to let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with white and just draw in my pumpkin. As I said, you don't have to be particular with this. You just want a rounded shape, and then we're going to put the segments in with the white that each pumpkin would have. And as you can tell, I'm putting the bumps at the back there, and that is to show that the pumpkin has that rounded on the back. And then I'm just going to be putting in a basic stem. We'll go through later and adjust it and get it to be just right. And now we're just going to paint in some teal and get a basic base coat. Now this is a mineral chalk paint, and it's by Dixie Belle. It's Ocean Blue. And I'm not worrying about being able to see the lines underneath. I'll be able to see them well enough to know where I want my segments, where I had kind of penciled them in at. And now I'm going to go in with some brown where I have those segments, and I'm not just going straight down. I'm kind of pulling it out in each direction from that line just to give it a little more presence. Later on in the painting, after we go through and do some more layering, we'll define those a little bit more. Okay, so this is white, and we're just going to go through with a palette knife and just kind of skim some over the top here and there. We're not looking for full coverage, and we just want to build some texture and some color onto the canvas and onto our pumpkin. Now we're going in with some mermaid tail and doing the same thing over our white, and we'll just layer back and forth until we have something that we really like. And as you can tell, I'm not worried at all about covering up this brown that did our segments. There will still be some showing through, and then like I said, we will go back through at the end and define those a little bit more. And now we're going through with some more white. And as you can see, I can skim it along, or I can blend it with the wet paint that's underneath. You can go sideways to add in a different texture and a different look. And now I'm using Old 57 in the DIY paint. It's a lighter teal color, just to add in a little bit of difference. And then going back in with the mermaid tail. Now I've got Bohemian Blue. It's in the teal family, but it's much, much darker. And I'm just adding there towards the bottom, and I got a little bit onto my canvas, and so I'm just showing that you can fix that. And as you can tell, I am just layering. I'm going back and forth between colors, just seeing where I want my shadows and my highlights, and what kind of breaks in the paint I like, and just not having any rhyme nor reason. I'm just playing with my paint and having fun. And if I have too much of one color that I don't like, I can go back with another color and layer some more and get just the effects that I'm looking for. Now I'm going through and adding a little bit more definition to our stem. And I'm going kind of in a circular motion with this. I'm adding in the layered chocolate, aviary, which is a green color, and prairie gray, which is kind of a lighter brown, leaning a little towards the gray. And I'm just going through and adding some more detail to the stem and getting the vine that wraps around them a lot in there, and bringing those vines out and around the pumpkin, and just playing and having fun. Now, at any time, if you wanted to, you could add leaves, you could add more vines, you could add less vines. Whatever color that you would want your pumpkin to be, you can use those colors. Like I said, this is just about learning and playing with your paint and finding what you like and just going for it. Now I'm taking that layered chocolate with the palette knife, and I'm just dipping and using the very edge of the palette knife on the side and bringing in and defining a little bit more those lines that we covered up in our playing. And now I'm just adding just a touch of orange
for a pop of color to this. And we're going to add a copper patina here in just a little while. We're going to do it in the same way, and we'll kind of follow where we put our orange. And that's going to add a little bit of sparkle and highlight and give it just that little extra touch. If you like this video, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.